Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Tuesday morning. We had a windy day today coming up, and it's, March comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb. We certainly saw that this past weekend. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center and that test of adult basic education. Remember, it's today at 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock at 767-5500. Haney Technical. Temperature this morning, 45 degrees here in Panama City. High today will get up to 64. Low tonight will be around 50. So, the last couple of days it's been creeping up a little bit. So it's really nice weather, especially when the sun comes out like this. It's just really pretty. The water temperature is 63. And it's been at 63 about 3 or 4 days now. We're expecting to go up any day now. Boating forecast, winds out of the east 10 to 20 knots, seas 3 to 6. It's going to be windy. Talking to one of the students, he went sailing with her grandparents this past weekend. They really got blown around, so it would have been a good time to be on a sailboat. Our tides at Panama City low at 4:56 this morning and high at 8:34 this evening. Got a full moon coming now. Today's Tuesday. Got a full moon coming about Thursday night. It's really going to be pretty. The skies are really clear, so be aware of that. Also be aware of the time changes this weekend. It's sort of sneaking up on us. It's not normally this early of the year, but be aware of that time change. So this time next week, you're going to be springing ahead that 1 hour. Okay? That takes care of our weather. Got a big show lined up, so let's get our first break, and we'll be right back.
Panama City living is simply better without glasses. The Eye Center of North Florida offers the most advanced cataract surgery using lifestyle lens implants, which allow you to see all distances glasses-free. Our surgeons perform this quick and painless procedure at our accredited surgery center. When it comes to your vision, trust your local experts in surgical eye care. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Come join the Panhandle Outdoors team. Beat the rush and stock up on our team shirts and hats in a wide variety of colors and sizes. For your convenience, we offer a Panhandle Outdoors shop at panhandleoutdoors.net. Simply visit our website and click shop. Be a member of the Panhandle Outdoors team, Florida's only live daily outdoor show.
Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership. Built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
Okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. We always like to give stuff away. I'm on today's show. Check this out. Camping season. It's a great time to go camping in springtime. So to get things started, I'm going to give away this Coleman Deluxe Perfection Lantern. It's a propane lantern. These are really nice. They're really bright. If you're like me, you used to those old Colemans where you pump it up and light that mantle. Well, you don't have to do that. And this comes in the case. Hadn't been open and everything. So I'm going to give this away. I'm going to draw for it now, so no calls, and we're going to, in fact, I'm going to get away from my calls a lot, but because my phone's been jamming lately, so we're going to give this away later on in the show. Get ready for camping season. I'll put it right here in the corner so y'all can see it. Let's take a look. I've got some pictures sent in. This was sent in by Bill Barlow. Bill's a good fisherman. He does a lot of fishing. This is from Hot Water Canal. Hey, Winston, had a great day fishing with my buddy Coy Sunday. Caught this big girl and 6 other nice keepers on finger mullet. The big one was 27 inches, almost 8 pounds. I did release the fish to reproduce and kept the smaller ones. Great job there. All fish caught before 9 o'clock in West Bay. Love the show. Keep up the great work, Bill Barlow. And you know what Bill just did right there? You know those big ones, okay, they lay a lot of eggs. So he released that one and kept the little ones to eat. Those big ones aren't that good to eat anyway, so that's a good job, good conservation, and yet he took some fish home to enjoy. All right, now let's take a look at this picture here. Check this out, a grouper in the bay. Okay, I am so thrilled. I caught this grouper in the bay while on a charter trip with Captain Steve Roberson of Blessed Moon Charters. I enjoy your show. Thanks much. Also, this is from, let's see, I got this picture right here. This is Barbara Reese sent me this picture. Barbara Reese, good picture there, Barbara. Okay, I got a call the other day from Mark Brown. And by the way, if you've called me in the past and I have not returned your call, call me again. I get a lot of calls and I take pride in answering every call. And it may not be today that I call you back. It might be a day or two. But you know, sometimes these cell phones drop calls and you lose them. I've had people say, well, you didn't get my message? And no, I didn't. But most of the time, you know, it's about I figured a 90% accuracy on these messages, and I'm able to return them. Enjoy talking to all of y'all, and it's just a whole variety of things we talk about, but mainly centered on the outdoors. So if you have called me in the past and haven't called, don't go around town saying Winston Chester didn't return my call. Please call me back, and I will return the call sooner or later, I promise you. I just called the other day from Mark Brown. Mark's one of our viewers here in town. And Mark has had a stroke. Now, Mark loves archery, and he used to shoot a lot. But he's had a stroke, and he's confined to a wheelchair a lot, and he's not getting around a lot, but he still has this passion and desire to shoot a bow and arrow. And we were talking on the phone, and he feels like he can still pull back one of those. Remember the old fiberglass bows that first came out for a long time ago? The old fiberglass bow. It doesn't take. In fact, we use them a lot in school. We don't have them anymore. If we did, I'd get them one. He's just looking if somebody has one of those old bows. He said he'd be glad to pay for it. But if you have one somewhere back in the closet or garage, try to get it to Mark. I'm going to talk in a minute how to get it there. But also, remember the flu arrows. For you don't know, flu arrows has like a regular arrow has 3 feathers on the end of it. A flu has about 6 or 8. And the purpose of a flu, it really goes back to almost when the bow and arrows first came about. They didn't want to lose their arrows, so they put a lot of feathers on them to slow them down. You know, spend a lot of time using them, so they were deadly, you know, within the first 30 or 40 feet, but then it slowed down. So flu arrows, you don't see a lot of them now because people out just shoot and go straight into the target. But we've had flu, flu, and they're great, you know, for small game hunting, you know, squirrels and quail and stuff like that if you're good at it. So if he could get an old fiberglass bow and a couple of flu arrows, he would be much appreciative of that. And if you have one, I'm going to show you his phone number right here. His name is Mark. Is at 532-3054. I'm sorry. If you have any kind of old archery equipment, now he can't pull back a regular recurve bow. He just can't pull it back because of the stroke. But any kind of old fiberglass bow and a couple of flu arrows, we can be sort of outdoorsmen, taking care of a fellow outdoorsman who loves outdoors and has a misfortunate situation there. So be aware of that, okay? And it's talking about doing some fun things in the outdoors. Don't forget now about our Cumberland River Lodge wild turkey hunt. We're giving this away on March 19th at Cumberland River Lodge. It's Western Kentucky. You get to stay in this old farmhouse they've remodeled. Beautiful. We talked to the folks who won the contest this past year, and they just had a wonderful time. And that hunt now, we're going to spring gobbler season up in Western Kentucky is going to be from April the 14th. Let's see on this day right here, April 14th through May 6th. So you got about 3 to 4 weeks right there. All you do is send it in to my email and be sure to put turkey hunt on it, okay? And we'll be drawing. I'm looking at probably March 19th, I think, the exact date we're going to draw for that prize right there. We give away a lot of stuff here in Panhandle Outdoors, and I love giving it to y'all, and I know a lot of y'all appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and take Let's go ahead and take our first break, and we'll be right back, okay?
Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our 2 locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJ's Marine, your authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJ's Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJ's Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed. They build dairy feed. They make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at the Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want over to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
When you stop by Blue Water Outriggers, you will find everything for your outdoor adventure. Stock up on all your favorite brands and shop for some of the latest outdoor gear and accessories. You can also shop online and have your orders delivered straight to your home. Our flagship store is nestled right off the Highway 98 in the Port City Shopping Center, just steps away from the Port St. John Marina. You will love our selection, our prices, and our friendly service.
Welcome back. We got this southeast wind coming in pretty strong, and you know what that means this time of year. It's going to be blowing out warm water up this way. So cobia guys, I know they're anxiously awaiting some time this week to catch that big cobia. So it happens like this. You get a southeast wind blowing for a couple of days, and those warm currents come on in a little bit faster. Okay, tomorrow, now I'm going to have speaking of fishing, I have a video tomorrow on how to surf fish. So we're going to cover, the basic fundamentals of surf fishing and show you how to catch some surf fishing. Great time of year to start surf fishing. I heard they already started catching some pompano down toward Destin and the west end of Panama City. Okay, now let's go ahead and we'll give this away out tomorrow. This came in too late last night to put it on my show, but tomorrow we're going to talk about this latest symposium they had with like 350 wildlife biologists on coyotes preying on young deer in the southeastern United States. You're going to be amazed at this information they've gathered here, and it's going to be surprising to you. We'll talk about this tomorrow, so also the video on surf fishing tomorrow. But today, let's go ahead and set up this video. Saturday was just a washout for everybody here in the Panhandle, with the exception of a couple of fishermen on the east end, like Alan Courtney and those guys. But I hate to be hemmed up all day in the house. And so Sunday, after church, Gail and I just took off up to the woods, took the chainsaw, cut some trees that had been pushed down, but just sort of got out into the woods and had the kids around, and it's just a lot of fun. I want to encourage you this time of year to really spend some time in the outdoors, and it's like a pre-spring kind of walk through the woods, and I just walked through my property and just looked around, always looking at that first blooming dogwood tree. That's something special my dad instilled in me years ago. And also getting the kids, we always, we talk about Pokio, and I was at a Florida Sportsman show this past weekend before last. People came up to my booth, they really wasn't looking for me. They said, "Where are the kids?" And they really thank y'all so much for the compliments on having the kids on the show. And they want to know about Pokio. It's still going. Pokio is always going. Panhandle outdoor kids enjoying the outdoors. And even at the First Methodist Wild Game Cookout last Friday night, this lady came up to us. I want to see those kids back on TV. So we're going to have the kids out in the woods just, using their imagination and enjoying nature, building little tree houses and stuff like that. So this is a little 8-minute video. Took Sunday afternoon in the woods in the pre-spring. Okay, let's roll this video, Tom. One thing I always like to do is at the end of hunt season, and what I call it pre-spring and then post-hunt season, is just walk through the woods and check out what is going on And I found the first thing I started seeing was scrapes and rubs, and here's some scrapes over here, right over there. You can see scrape. There's some back over here to my left. But it brings back a lot of fond memories. My dad used to take my brother and I out doing this after hunt season, and what we always like to do as kids, we always like to look in the pre-spring, right at the beginning of spring, and see if we could find some dogwood trees in a natural setting. And I've been walking through here. Come on up here, let me show you. Dogwood tree is real special to me because it's one of the first things that actually blooms wild out here. And lo and behold, we walked up here. Check this one out. It's still about 2 weeks before the first day of spring officially, but with all the warm weather we've had, this one's popping out. This is up on my property, and it's just a beautiful tree. First one I've seen this year. It's sitting there in a natural setting. I think that's as beautiful as they can be. But the woods themselves are in good shape. I haven't had any blowdowns, or everything looks good and natural. It makes me want to start getting ready for the next hunting season. Although this one just ended.
Okay, yes, there's tons. We just came back from our hideout, which we'll show y'all in a minute. But there's this one trail that you just keep following it, and it's going to bring you right here. Now, since it rained so much, it's created almost like a little puddle, and then it's all collided together to make a really, really low pond. It's not deep at all.
Well,
so we just tipped over a tree and tried to walk on it, and it was dead, and it was about to fall apart, and we walked on it, and Mason tipped it over, and now my shoes are soaked, and there's like water all in them.
We've been walking through puddles, so now my leather boots are soaked.
And apparently they don't care if they get wet, but it's a really cool picture because, I mean, I think it's really cool to just have all the trees and everything. But, I mean, it's so amazing how there's just paths that nature's, I mean, nobody's been back here to chop down trees. It's just a regular path, and we'll show you our clubhouse. There's already paths and areas that are almost like bedrooms. We'll show you all. It's really cool.
Well, this is our hideout, and we have kind of like a little den in here. And we have a couple rooms, like right here is Whitney's like bedroom, and there's her bed. And then there's a little hallway through there. And then you get Mason's room, and you keep on going, and you get the dog's bedroom. I don't know why we came up with that, but then you come this way, and here's my bedroom. There's a little chair there. You go back here, and there's a little bed. And there is our scout tree. If you climb it, you can see all over the clubhouse. So you can scout at what everybody's doing in the clubhouse. You can look at it. And so,
Cars are easy to find because you know
yeah, you can go back there, and that pond place we just showed you, it'll lead to there. And it just goes on way back there even more. And we have our cousins' bedrooms, our friends' bedrooms, and all that.
Did you see the little chair with a comment over it? That's a little chair.
But it just goes on and on. There's just nature-made hallways that go everywhere.
That looks relaxing.
It is. But there's a stick in my lap.
That's pretty cool.
It really is. And it makes a full circle all the way around, and then there's little hallways that branch off to everything.
What do you do about heat and air?
Everywhere. We cut down a few, like there's this one room that has all of the sun, and if we're cold, we go in there for sun. And then if we just want to take a nap, we normally sleep in the shade. We did that one time. And
what about your showers?
Our showers? We go. We've never taken a shower. Yeah. If we did have to take a shower, if we didn't have a shower or anything, did you just come from your room? Probably. But we would probably bathe in the pond. Grandmommy. Yeah.
What are you doing up in the tree, Mason?
We weren't able to come back here during hunting season because this is where the deer are. They're right back in these woods. So we have an alternate clubhouse and an alternate tree house on the other side of the property where Dad doesn't hunt, and we can only we're allowed to come in here. We have a tree house. We'll show you that later. Beep. Hey, farewell, friends. Olay.
Drink water.
And Daddy can drive y'all around to the treehouse.
Okay. Okay. So this is our tree house Mommy, Mason, Daddy, and I built, and my best friend Mia. And we have here's up here like where we sit and everything, and there we got this off an old swing. And we play around up here and stuff, and here's a couple of chimes that we made. And this is kind of like the ladder that you get. And the bathroom's over there. Yeah, way over there in the woods. That's the dining room. Okay, Whitney. Okay, then so this part's nailed to a tree. It goes all the way across, and it's in that tree, so it makes like a triangle. So there's a hole right in the middle where we kind of hang our feet off of whenever we're eating lunch over here or anything. And there's a table right there. And that was what we used to use to wrap barbed wire around, but we just used it as a table. We have the bench, 4x4, and this is kind of where we sit. This is where we just hang out. We have 3 hideouts.
3 hideouts?
3, yeah. The dogs love each other very much. They love playing. Amy and Dixie.
Amy and Dixie.
I'm gonna die. Exactly. Okay, so back there's the tree house, and we come back here. We kind of covered it by these branches, marked it by these 2 pink flags, covered it with this metal piece. It's the toilet. It's just a little hole. And that covers it.
Sunrise to sunset. A walk through nature takes you on a journey of Florida's Emerald Coast. You'll encounter the wildlife, birds, lighthouses, indigenous to the beautiful land and seascapes of Florida. Set to the sounds of nature and enhanced with easy listening music. Only $14.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. NatureWalkDVD.com or send check or money order to the address on the screen. A walk through nature. Visually stunning.
What's more important in a side-by-side RTV? Is it speed and agility, or is it versatility and dependability? When getting out of the woods is more important than getting into the woods, there is only one name to remember: Kubota. With true commercial-grade construction in the chassis and drivetrain, Kubota gives you the dependability, power, and torque you need to get the job done. Kubota builds work tools, not play toys.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your visits.
The greatest investment we can all make is in the lives of our children and grandchildren.
To help you invest for retirement, handle your IRA rollover, protect your family with life or long-term care insurance, call my dad for an appointment at his new office on Wilson Avenue behind Lowe's. And he'll give you a copy of his most recent book, 7 Steps to Serious Money. For free! Walter Woodrick, your serious money advisor!
Welcome back. Y'all remember when you were a kid and built those tree houses and forts and hideouts and little special places that you know that was always good to you. So I encourage you to take some kids out and let them get out with nature and do those kind of things. Let's look at Express Lane Fish and Game forecast, the times for today. We're looking at 10:21 a.m. till 12:21 right here in the middle of the day, and then tonight 10:45 to 12:45. Brought to us by Express Lane, American owned and American operated. And I told you earlier part of the show, we'll be giving away this Coleman lantern. Okay, deluxe propane lantern, still brand new in the package. I just like to give stuff away to our viewers. And now we're going to draw for this. I'm going to draw here out of the pickle jar. If you haven't registered, like I say, register anytime. We're going to give stuff away all year round, just sometimes spontaneous. That hit me last night to give this away. I got another one we'll give away maybe next week or two. So, all right, a winner. Remember, you can win 2 times. After you win the second time, Tim Courtney, Pine Tree Lane. Tim Courtney. Tim, give me a call. Now, folks, I want y'all to call me after y'all win something to confirm it so we can make arrangements to get it to you. And also, I want to reward you, our viewers, that are watching the show. And so make sure you give me a call, Tim. Anytime you win something on here, give me a call back and let us know. This weekend, okay, March 10th and 11th, Youth Spring Turkey Hunt. So great opportunity to take a young person out in the woods. You got to be with them. It's on the wildlife management areas, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow, but be aware of this. I want to say another good morning and thanks to the folks at the First Methodist Church Wild Game Cookout this past Friday night. Ronnie Groom, I was at his table. Gail and I were. Just had a great time, great fellowship. I want to say a special good morning. I saw a lot of folks who watch the show, but Dr. Larry Bland, y'all remember him? He watches the show every morning, and appreciate that. Had a good talk with him, and Judge, so many different people. I hate to call out their names, but a lot of folks watch the show and appreciate it. And it was a great time had by all. All right. Tomorrow now we're going to do surf fishing. Also on Friday's show, I'm going to have a wildlife biologist come on. We've been trying to get together for a while. We're going to talk about quail hunting and coyotes. And this is wildlife biologist station here with FWC. Very knowledgeable individual. We're going to talk about maybe if you can get some quail going on your property and all kind of information that. So and plus Thursday's going to be a special show. So got the whole week lined up for y'all, and enjoyed bringing it to you. And I appreciate y'all watching the show. And you know, sometimes a day you just stop and do something special for somebody. God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.